Anticipated regret. Anticipated regret has impact on the optimal feedback provision. Anticipated regret is in some sense similar to loss aversion in the sense that you also compare outcomes to a reference point. Anticipated regret assumes that individuals suffer if they observe that they did not take the ex post optimal decision, which means the reference point is, in this case then, the ex post optimal decision. Anticipating this regret, they take actions to ensure themselves against the regret. So, for example, on the right-hand side, you see the situation where someone thinks about investing, let's say, into the stock market or keep the money in his piggy bank. And if this guy anticipates that he will regret a lot if the stock market went down and he loses some of his investment, he may decide to avoid this risk by not investing. However, this has interesting implications for the provision of feedback. So take, for example, the lottery example here. Take a lottery where you have a certain payment of $40 versus a risky bet that pays $100 if a coin shows heads and zero else. So what anticipated regret tells us is that the feedback you receive, even if this is irrelevant feedback or should be irrelevant feedback, has an impact on your decision. So here in this case, the prediction of anticipated regret is that you are more likely to take the risky bet given that you would observe the coin toss even if you chose the certain payment. Because in this case, you might observe that the coin shows heads and you would have earned $100. Okay, and this is similar for the case of the investment decision above. So if you can commit yourself not to look at the stock market after you refrain from investing in it, you are less likely to invest than if you know that you will check the stock market each and every time, so that you might regret not investing. There's an interesting application of anticipated regret for the optimal design of auctions. So anticipated regret suggests how sellers can increase profits in auctions. Consider a first price auction. In a first price auction, the highest bidder wins and gets the item. The price he or she has to pay is equal to the winning bid. In this case, it's optimal to place a bid that is smaller than your own valuation. Because in this case, if you win, you will just benefit from the difference between the valuation you have for the good and the price you have to pay. Now see that in this auction setting, there are two kinds of regret. On the one hand, there's winner's regret. Winner's regret is there if the winner learns that she would have won with a lower bid. This implies that if she's anticipating this winner's regret, she will bid less aggressively. On the other hand, there's also the possibility of loser's regret. Loser's regret implies that a loser who observes that the price the winner had to pay is lower than the loser's valuation will suffer, because this loser knows that he had a chance to win the auction and make profit. As a consequence, loser's regret implies more aggressive bidding. What does this tell us about the optimal feedback provision in auctions? Yeah, the implication is quite clear. The seller should reveal the price and conceal the second highest bid. by revealing the price, he allows for loser's regret, and by concealing the second highest bid, she can prevent winner's regret, because then the winner does not know what is the ex post optimal bid. So you see, these concepts have clear implications, or different risk preferences can have direct implications for the optimal design of auctions or other mechanisms where people take decisions.